Hey y'all, it's me, businessman extraordinaire Porosaurus. Now, yes, I have been having a hard time over the past year. Yes, I opened a car dealership during a pandemic when no one was driving, and yes, I then opened a restaurant during a pandemic, and it was so dirty that people got sick from things that weren't COVID related. And yes, I then converted it into a used dog emporium, which actually was successful, but the dogs were my only friends, and now they're gone. And yes, then through a series of humorous misunderstandings, I came to believe I had superpowers. But turns out I just have some crazy rat bite-based disease that appears to be uncurable. So, have your laughs, call me cringe, comment, what did I just watch? I don't care anymore. Anyway, there's another PUBG tournament coming up, and it is gonna be awesome and exciting, but I'm out of business ideas. So I've just been sitting around watching classic action movies, being a bum, doing nothing, not thinking of any good ideas for what to compare the teams to, just watching classic action movie after classic action movie. Wait, Hora, you genius, you did it again. Let's talk about the teams of PCS5 Grand Finals like they're classic action movies. Yeehaw! Now, the Soniqs are a deadly and seemingly unstoppable force in the PCSs. They are so unstoppable that it wouldn't surprise me if they were actually killer robots sent back in time from the future with the sole mission of crushing a human uprising, which I believe is supposed to be led by an as of yet unnamed human who gains the confidence to lead when he wins a PCS tournament in 2021. Because right now, it's looking like no one is going to be able to stop the Soniqs unless they trick them into a vat of molten metal, but I don't believe they have those in PUBG. Yeah. PUBG's combat is very complex and complicated, even more so in the jungle that is the competitive scene. In the middle of the combat, maybe you just hear a noise, and boom, you're gone, straight to the lobby. Silent and deadly. These are the boys from Fiumba. Truly interplanetary hunters searching for a worthy opponent. War. It changes people. It can turn a regular man into a cold shell of himself. In Oath's case, however, it was actually 4 guys, and it wasn't war, it was playing PUBG. And it didn't make them sad, it just made them really good PUBG players. But you get the idea. When they're on the warpath, you can expect grenades, sprays, and a couple of, hey, what? Look over there. What? Huh? Blam! You're dead! In war, everything is a weapon, especially guns. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Woo, boy, boxing is great, and so are Dignitas. They never give up, no matter how many punches they take straight to the face. You better not think that they're done, because it's only over when it's over. Now, in PUBG, sometimes it's not important how many kills you get, but how many times you can be the last team standing. Choosing very carefully which opponents you knock while always being mindful of your surroundings. And you better believe that Black Tiger knows just how to do that. Hans, Booby, they had 5 chicken dinners in the Latam group stage. They are your white knight. Yippee-ki-yay, mother... Your life is defined by the choices you make. Will you choose the blue pill and remain happy in casual play? No rankings, no competition, and no championships. Or will you choose the red pill and join the competitive scene where we separate the men from the boys? Now, I've been taking a lot of pills recently for all the rat bites, from which I am currently dying. Anyway, Synergy Esports didn't think twice, and they chose the hard path. Maybe they are the chosen one. Now, the next team lives their life a quarter mile at a time. United is very united, and you can even say that they are more than just a team, they are a family. But don't make yourself look like an idiot thinking that they're only limited to cars. That's some real fake news Steve type thinking right there. Now, would you believe that that dumb old jerk had the nerve to come by my house recently and tell me my problems were my own fault and that I needed to go to a real doctor and not just a dog in a lab coat? Well, excuse me, he didn't go to 7 years of medical school, but he does like to be called Dr. Dog, and the local pharmacy accepts his prescriptions. One of the most important things to know in life and in PUBG is when it's time to change your plans. I would say that you could even consider transforming your shape, almost as if you had to go from alien space robot into a car. At least that's what my lawyer, Dr. Dog Esquire, says that I am allowed to say. And there is no one else more versatile than Adapt XD. When the enemies think that they have figured out their tactics, they change it all. Their name, their roster, everything. They see dead people all the time. But you don't need to be a medium to do that. It's just that young kings are so efficient at what they do that the only thing that remains on the map is their enemies' crates scattered all over the place. A scenic lake, a fun summer camp. What could possibly go wrong? How about a huge guy wearing a hockey mask shows up to murder you? But instead of him, it's the guys from Gas Cans, and the Canadian brought a hockey mask with him for his whole team, as is tradition. So now that's 4 guys of varying sizes, all with hockey masks. What about that? That's pretty scary, right? Sometimes when we have a bad day, the best thing to do is rest your head on a pillow and get a good night's sleep before facing the next day. But Wildcard Gaming won't let that happen, because they're going to follow you into your dreams and turn it into nightmares. Their gameplay is so strong that you won't even have time to rest. At first glance, it may seem like a curious sight, something otherworldly. But what goes bump in the air ducts could be the thing that ends up flushing you and your whole team. And remember, when Space Station Gaming gets to you, no one can hear you scream. Now, there are teams that think a lot about the future and going back to it. But to start thinking about the future, you must get in your car and drive to your past. That's why Troglodytes is always ahead of its time despite being prehistoric. With impeccable in-game knowledge, it is very rare to surprise them. It's almost like they have a time machine. On many occasions, to win a match, you must have a strategy inside a larger strategy. And that's what TSM FTX does. They go deeper and deeper into the game's layers, always ready to go inside their enemies' minds, searching for the win, and then chuck some grenades at their heads. A long time ago, in a competitive scene far, far away, this was Sparta, and it's very hard for a king to lose his crown. That is why these guys are always in the top-tiered competitions and ready to fight for their empire. Confused? Well, the team is 300, and the movie is the one about the space monks. And I'm covered in rat bites or whatever. Oh man, I hate this character. Why do I do it this way? I could just list all the teams and say a fact or two. Whatever. Maticos. Systematicos. They are loaded, elegant, and whoo boy, do they have a license to kill? I hope so. They'll need one. The police are no joke in Aragon. And oh man, what am I talking about? Who cares? I'm done. The character is done. Are you happy? Oh my God, I'm done trying to make you people laugh. I've got degrees. I teach college classes. I'm a published academic author. And I'm sitting here doing this dumb to try to make you laugh, and all I get is, it's cringe. Nobody gives a Just, these are the teams. These are the players. They're great. Fantastic. Move on. This is PCS5 Americas